And I'm learning every single day. We all just kind of feed off of each other. We learn from each other, the different styles of recruiting. And obviously it stems from Coach Sweeney. He's a great recruiter. Anytime we can get a kid on campus and get them in front of our people and get them in front of Coach Sweeney, it's somewhat of an easy sell. Not just our coaching staff, but our support staff. I know Coach already mentioned, guys like Woody McCorvey, Brad Scott, Jeff Davis, Mike Dooley. All those guys are unbelievable in their efforts and what they bring to the program and what they bring to the recruiting. Obviously, our president and athletic director, unbelievable support. I know you all have heard it a million times, but I've been at a handful of places, and it's the best I've ever been at. And as far as the support from the president and the efforts that he brings to the table in recruiting, and our athletic director is just second to none. And then along those lines with the recruiting department, Thad Turnipseed and Jordan Sorrells and what they bring to the table. I just have the title of being the recruiting coordinator, but I am, like Coach said earlier, the liaison between Thad and Jordan and that department and our full-time coaches. And they make that job easy because Thad and Jordan do an unbelievable amount of work. Obviously, Jonathan Gant and what he does with as director of new media, it's amazing the feedback that we get from the different schools and from other big programs like us on how special that these people are and what they're doing to help build our brand. And so I just want to take a minute to thank those people, and because I know there's a lot of hard work into this thing, and it just keeps on going. And we're excited about the future and our recruiting in the future because we have a lot of momentum right now. Coach mentioned, already into our 2017 class and getting names for 2018 and 19, and it's amazing when you win games how much of an impact it makes whenever you step into a high school, and it's pretty special. So I'm just proud to be a part of this program and just open up for questions at this point.
Ryan, the defense finished number 1 2 years ago, and there's going to be 10 or more guys on that D are going to be in the NFL. So to that end, how critical is it to have the kind of defensive talent that's on that board?
It's very critical. I mean, what's amazing to me is just being here for a year and like you said, going from number 1 in the country and losing basically our whole front 7 from a year ago, from the 2014 team, and then to watch the new guys come in and compete and get better each and every day. And really hats off to Brent Venables and that defensive staff for them being able to maintain. We might not have been first in the country in all the same categories as in 2014, but we were still in the top 10 or 12 in a lot of categories. And that's so hard to do when you're replacing so many guys. So that just shows right there, not just the scheme, but the passion that our defensive coaches put into this thing. And our kids are so eager to learning to get better. And you guys have seen the guys that we got in this class that are going to make a huge difference. You can go down the list, but there's so many guys that have so much talent that are going to buy in and get better and better each and every day. And then we got the 7 guys that are here at mid-year that are going to get that experience early on that can help immediately.
Zarek had been committed for several months by the time you got here. What was that process like for you, starting that relationship and maintaining?
Absolutely, and you're right. When I took the job in December, I believe he committed maybe in October before that. So I've developed a great relationship with Zarek Cooper. He's a special kid, and he's got a special family. Took over the reins basically, got to go down there quite often, visit not just with he and his family, but with the school and the coaches there at that school. Got to watch him in spring practice last year, and that was the first time that I had the opportunity to see him throw live. And obviously, anybody that we recruit here at Clemson, they're going to be a very good football player. And I knew he was good, but whenever you get to see him for the first time throw live, man, it was special. I mean, I knew he has an unbelievable arm, unbelievable talent. And then he came to summer camp and I think practiced with us for at least a day or two. And all the other coaches got to see him again because, he had his knee injury and he recovered from that. But, I mean, he's one of the top guys I've ever seen throw, And then I went to watch him in a game in the fall and did a great job, did a great job of managing the game. Really excited about him and developing him into be a cerebral and all-around quarterback. He's got the talents. It's always the question coming in as a true freshman, how much knowledge do they have coming in, and then how much do you need to continue to teach that? And so I'm anxious for him to grow. And I'll tell you one thing that happened, a pretty cool story recruiting him. I guess it was last week. He plays on the basketball team, and their basketball team is ranked in the top 5. They're ranked first in the state of Georgia right now. And they got some unbelievable players. And I was able to go to one of the games, and I knew they were good, but I mean, within the first half or the first 3 quarters, there was like 12 or 15 dunks in the game, and he's a starter for that team, so it showed his athleticism, and it showed his leadership out on the court as well. And then he called me a couple of days later, and I asked him, I said, how's your team doing, or how did you guys do last night? Because I didn't get to check. And he said, Coach, you won't believe this. He said, we beat a team 115-14. I said, you got to be kidding me. So they got a pretty impressive basketball team over there as well.